Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are playing Historic Metagame Challenge live on YouTube. Say hi, YouTube. We are going to be trying out a bunch of different decks. We just did a run with Gruul, Bloodbraid Alpha Tarka. Had some pretty strong results, as you can see on the screen, for kind of a brew. That one was thanks to Jim Davis. I got to cast Ferocidon again. But today we're going to be playing a Gates deck. So I played this in best of 1, but we're going to try it out in best of 3. And I think this is an interesting kind of shell, something that could potentially go under all the heavy removal and discard decks. And most of all, it's fun, and I want to have fun without the sweatiness of the Mythic Ladder. But the card we got was Primeval Titan. So 6 mana, 6/6 trample, enters the battlefield or attacks. You search your library for 2 lands, put them into the play. So we are playing Maze's End, an assortment of gates. So different color gates. We are playing basically non-black, so 4 color. We got access to gates in Gate of Manorborn, these Seek gates, which allow us to get card advantage from our mana base, which is nice. Those can all be found as well off Circuitous Route. And then the best gate is actually Baldur's Gate. So it gets cut off by my picture, but basically think of it as like Nykthos. Instead of Devotion, it looks at counts of gates. So it adds a bunch of mana to your mana base. You have Plaza Heroes to gain you life. We have some creature lands. We have a Blast Zone if needed. And then we kind of go from there. So we're putting lands into play with a Boreal Grazer and Kami, as well as Explore and Growth Spiral. I don't want Guild Summit because it draws us cards. And Orcish Bowmaster is the meta. Like, if you can't play around Orcish Bowmaster, you die. Gates Ablaze, plus 2 sweepers, Day of Judgment, and Wrath of God. Why one of each? Because I want to. Give them that mental damage. They're both the same card, basically. There's not really anything with regeneration that matters in the format. But kind of the hotness is Karn, the Great Creator, in the main board. This shuts down your opponent's rings and gives us a Karn tutor board, which we'll cover in a sec. We also have the One Ring. So this lets us draw a bunch of cards, gives us protection for a turn, and helps us to kind of refill once we do all our early ramp. The Sideboard. So we got the Karn package and then just some other stuff kind of mixed into here. So we have Haywire Might to blow up the other rings, enchantments, stuff like that. Cage for kind of combo decks. We have Pithing Needle for activated abilities. Liquid Metal Coating with Karn. We can turn their lands into artifacts and then basically play land destruction. Another Ring to tutor. Wormcoil Engine. Portal to Phyrexia to blow up stuff. Tormod's Crypt is a one-time graveyard exile. Gatebreaker Ram as just a beater. And then we have some Deafening Clarions and Farewell as more sweepers when we need it, as well as Chandra Awaken Inferno. I might switch. Has anyone played and seen a lot of Kethis? Like, that's the only thing I'm really curious about. If they have Kethis... Oh, you know what? I messed up. I need Stone to Eric. So instead of Cage... Stone... I'll paste the deck list in a sec for chat. So this card's very good in the format right now. Stone of Erich. And then probably Blessing. Play Gaia's Blessing versus Kethis. So like I could cut the Rams. The Rams probably aren't needed. Like we'll win through like Karn or that stuff. Creature lands, we have sweepers. Yeah, I don't like Ram. Okay. We will try this out. So this did pretty well in best of 1. Best of 3 is obviously a different format, but we will try this out. So let's make sure it doesn't queue up the same deck. Yeah, and I think there's no defined, like, this is the Gates shell. I'd love to play Hydroid Krasis in this deck, but Bowmaster. Some decks were playing black for Bowmasters themselves, but I think I like the sweeper kind of control version better. Let me just get this queued up. I'll paste this into a deck list. It's too much text to put in the YouTube chat. Okay, so play first. They're on Luris. Yeah, I think this hand's fine. They're a Luris deck, and I have Gates Ablaze. See if this works. Okay, so they're mulliganing. Luris could be a bunch of different things. Could be artifacts. Could be Dimir Control, could be ninjas, could be auras. Judging from their aggression and mulliganing, I'm gonna say auras. Burn. Okay. Bit scary there. Okay. This line drop. So this is a little awkward right now. I've drawn a lot of lands that aren't gates. So that doesn't really work with Gates Ablaze. Jeez, where are all my lands? So I'm actually going to do this. This fogs for a turn as well. Okay, so we found Maze's End. So I could Primeval Titan here. And I'm going to get Baldur's Gate. And Plaza Heroes just gave me some more life. So 1, 2, 3. So I can sweep them on 3 right now, which is nice. It's probably better up here. Okay. Easy. Primeval Titan. Oh, what's this view? Ugh. Clarions. Probably Farewell. I don't think I want Karn in this matchup. It's too slow. So I'm going to bring the Worm Coil in. I could bring Farewell. Or do I just keep... I think we just run it like this. Just keep the big stuff. Maybe still keep one Karn in. Just gives me access in a pinch if I want it. I don't think we want Farewell. I don't think we want Chandra. Just bring in... And then Farewell, like if we're sweeping on 6 against a deck with like a lot of burn, it's not great. They are on the play. The One Ring did what it needed to do, bought us 2 turns and gave us a bunch of cards. Okay, so we do need to draw some lands, but Grazer should soak up some damage. We have Gates Ablaze and Day of Judgment here. Swifty. Perfect. Oh, they prowess. So they're not burned, they're prowess. Cool, Zor. I don't know what you're really accomplishing by making that comment, but we're playing a game of Magic here. I'm not doing a weightlifting competition. So, likely want to just do this. Land. Untap land. Yikes. Okay. So they can lure us to hand. I could ring here. Probably gonna ring. Yeah. Okay, so no sweeper there. Or no lands. Yeah, I don't understand why you gotta make... Again, we're playing a game. Not drawing any lands feels terrible. I think I'm gonna... Well, we have 2 Clarions, so it's probably fine, but... We'll just be mana efficient here. Discard a card. Probably Growth Spiral here. We are almost like a 30 land deck. Alright, on the board. 1-0 with Gates. I'm a little surprised they played that hard in, knowing that we were a sweeper deck from like the previous games. But we take those. Yeah, and looks reasonable. Guildgate actually makes Harmony tap for both colors, so I can spiral on 2. Hopefully find my 4th land. Then I go Root. Knights. Well, these Gates Ablaze, if we ever find red mana, are going to be really good. Red mana. Oh my god, where are my lands? Ow! Let's go Baldur's Gate and Boros Guild Gate. So I can sweep. One, two. It doesn't even net me mana on lines yet. So 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, this is for toughness, but this will die. So it still goes from there. I could actually just play Ring here. This will force them to commit more to the board. That don't kill me, friend. Jeez. So let that go away. It would have been great if we hit one more gate there, because then I could have like Karned. Just give me a blocker here. I am taking 2 damage this turn. Creatures you control first strike have double strike. Okay, so we'll go gate here. I will get a Plaza just to offset my life loss right now. It's not as good as it was in terms of Crucius. Obviously getting hit by Bowmaster. I think it's better in the Jund Shell because you could turn to it. And in the Jund Shell, you have Crucius that can buy it back. Or not Crucius, Jarsil. I'm going to give Rakdos a shot afterwards, though. I want to see how it plays out. Okay. So many lands. I'm taking 4. So let's start there. Just like search up all my lands here. Joe or Kyle Duarte, thank you for the follow. I'm just gonna get Plaza Heroes. I just don't want my life to get low. I don't want to make anything like too brash until like I actually have a chance to play it. They were shared in my Discord. It was, I think, a Japanese player with Lelia was able to get 7 wins as opposed to Crucius, so that would be an interesting way. Okay, they gotta stop with these pacifisms. Draw a card here. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with this. Let me just get Wormcoil Engine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So play Guildgate. Play Primeval Titan. Bye, friends! I mean, like, the first sweeper was pretty backbreaking for them. This is probably just all sweepers. Karn's probably a little slow. Probably don't even want Farewell. Could go same as last time. They're not on Bowmasters, so maybe we just trim like a spiral here. I could trim down Karn. I think we just run like this. I think as long as we have a sweeper, we're fine. If we're getting these, like, all-in aggro decks, Invasion's an interesting one. Okay, so we have Explore available for us. Explore lets us go into Ring here, which then can draw some cards. Fortunately, don't have a way to gain life off this yet. I do need a red source. Okay, so we have Baldur's Gate. But I think I'm just going to get the Ring going here. I can go Baldur's Gate next turn. Hopefully find another land. Their hand's a bit slower here, but this can also help me find maybe a red land, because I have Plaza of Harmony. Basri's Lieutenant is very scary. Jeez. So play Beseju. That's a good call, Ellie. I forget this one doesn't come into play tap. That was a mistake on my part, but that's the correct line I should have done. So gates count, I'm only at 1 somehow. Okay, I gotta read what this does. Enters the battlefield to hope counter. At the beginning of Grand Step, remove a hope counter. If you do draw a card, then if it has no hope counter, sacrifice. Okay, so let's do Primeval Titan. Let's get the Boros Guildgate. Gruul Guildgate. I don't think I'm dead this turn, but I should probably just play it safe. I do have access to Growth Spiral here. No, I appreciate it. Ezekiel. Hello. I'm jealous you're in Spain right now. So 1, 2, 3. So Plaza always comes into play untapped. Okay, so gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gate. Seven, 10. That's enough for Worm Coil Engine. And then next turn I can get Portal. Probably just getting rid of the Lair of the Hydra here. Hey Yan, how's it going? Ooh, Revoked Existence. I think we win next turn anyways though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need Wrath of God. Give me 1 sec. So I with mono red, I lost to Jund midrange. We beat wizards, goblins, and another deck that is skipping my mind right now. Give me 1 sec. Let me just play out this turn. And then we beat Lurrus like Boros. Boros Heroic. And now we're playing against this deck here. And I am going to Portal to Phyrexia them. So I'm playing this kind of like mono blue. I want to gain the life with these. Mazes and gates. Gates. Win the game. Yeah, we can do that. The thing is, their 4-drop is pro multicolor, so it gets around Clarion. I want to gain 12 life. I mean, at that point, we win like 8 different ways. I like the Clarion package in the side. Honestly, instead of Farewell, I think we just want like Strangle or like miscellaneous removal spell like 7. Like we're not in black, otherwise I play like Go for the Throat or something. Or honestly even just like some other effect. Okay, we're playing against the Elish Norn. Guys, and gals. Elish Norn is here on the channel. Okay, well, no gate, but we'll take it. Land me? Land me? Yeah, protection, because it deals damage to each creature. Well, this is a very awkward keep. Okay, so they're Yawgmoth combo. So I just need... Please, land. Needed you last turn. Probably do this. So I want to get Karn and Stone of Erich. These should probably buy us a little bit of time. We also have like Clarions and Sweepers, or Gates Ablaze, which is good. I want my 5th land so I can play. So how this, we're going to be fetching up Stone of Erich. So if a creature an opponent control will die, exile it instead. So this gets around their loop effects. Okay, we've drawn more Karns than we have lines. Cool games. This is actually hilarious, and by hilarious, I mean very annoying. So they have it all. They get a Blood Artist here. The Blood Artist will allow them to target. This actually Zulaport's even better here because it gets around. So our mana was just very awkward. The fact we drew more Karns and Arboreal Grazers than anything else. Okay. We're dead. They can kind of just keep targeting the effects. They'll get the loop. So we just want Clarions. Trim that. I do want Karn in this matchup. It's probably just this Kami, to be honest. We just got like really unlucky with that. If we hit even the order a little bit different, the fact that our ring, if you're just not drawing lands in your 29 line deck, I think we are 28 or 29. If we have a sweeper there, if we get Karn and Elich. I had all the tools to win that game, we just didn't get them. So, a little awkward again, we don't have the gates, but we'll lead on Explore first. Okay, so we could ring here. I was hoping for like another untap land, so then I could have explored. So they go Halfling here. Okay, we're just like not drawing lands, which is extremely frustrating. Thank you. Untap land one time. One time untap land. Give me 1 sec, I'll paste it. So we're gonna get Baldur's Gate and probably, is it Guildgate? I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Okay, so if they have Yogg next turn, they can do some damage, but... So this is the list I'm running right now. Okay, so if they're courting for 1, that means they're stuck on lands, or they just want Young Wolf. They could have the combo, or just using like the value game. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 doesn't really do much. I need to try to find a sweeper here. So I might be priced into using this One Ring, to be honest. Like, I do want to be able to find, like, one of the sweepers right now. Yeah. So they have Chord here. Because of course they do. So our opponent both games has got into 4 lands, or 3 lands, drawn multiple chords, and just had the combo. So they can't go infinite yet because they don't have the second wolf. It's not even a needle. Like Stone of Erich gets it because it shuts off the Young Wolf's looping. It's also a death trigger, so it gets around like the removal, like the Blood Artist style effects. Like both games, like we see a sweeper, we're good. We see like I said, I'm probably gonna have to draw cards here. Like I think the deck is better than it's showing in this game. And like they had Innkeeper, they had like whatever effect they needed. I think they could draw their whole deck at this point. They just need to get to a piece. We'll see if they keep going or just pass the turn here. They pass, maybe I have a chance. No, now I'm dead. Alright. That one kind of sucked. Kind of sucked. Like a sweeper there, we're good. Like there's a lot of different options that help us out there, but alas, alas. It's more resilient and it's not just dead to graveyard hate. The cards on their own are a little bit better. I think just the Chord. Because Cat doesn't do much on its own, Woe Striders, whatever, but in that, I think the Yogg deck, it draws cards, which is impactful. I think it's large.